Hey guys, Steve Jabber here. Now in this video we're going to talk about my personal experience using the dating app Ashley Madison. So I live in the UK and I've been using Ashley Madison in the UK for about 7 years or so. And there's a number of reasons why I started using this dating app. And it basically revolves around, since I got to about 40 years old, I'm 47 years old now, the usual dating apps, your Tinders, your Plenty of Fish, your OkCupids, they just didn't work for me anymore, and I'll explain what was going on. So I'd sign into these dating apps, and whereas before I was at least getting views on my profile, I started to notice that the profile views diminished over time, and that's just the views. And if I did actually talk to a girl on Plenty of Fish or Tinder or OkCupid or any of these dating apps, it seemed to me that the only ones that would give me the time of day are absolutely hideously ugly, overweight women. You know, the kind of women I like. See, I've been a dating coach for over 10 years. I've traveled all over the world, many countries, Poland, Ukraine, Belarus, Bulgaria, Serbia, all of these countries, and not to put too fine a point on it, bonked quite a lot of pretty hot women over the years. So when I go on these dating apps in England there, as a 40-year-old man, I mean, it's ridiculous. These women, I wouldn't even look at them when I'm walking around these other countries, and moreover, I wouldn't even look at them in real life in England. I used to go out doing day game in London, picking up some pretty hot women there. And it's not like I aged so badly, I got to 35, look not that much different to how I look now. So there was something going on these dating apps. Now there's a couple of really egregious things that annoyed me about this as well. And I don't want to get all political about it, but I got the sense, this sort of nasty undercurrent, there's an underlying contempt for me as to be honest with you, a white man on these dating apps, particularly on Plenty of Fish. Now, I discovered that I couldn't even search for girls in my age range. I don't want a 36-year-old UK woman. I want a woman in her late 20s, basically. My age is the girls that I'm attracted to. I haven't really changed that much over the years. I am realistic. I'm obviously not going to go for 18-year-olds anymore, but 28, that's about reasonable. But I couldn't even search for those girls on Plenty of Fish. So there was this sort of undercurrent of dismissiveness, of contempt, and that was the attitude of the dating app itself. But the women, when I got them on on a chat or whatever, they were just not good looking. They were not the kind of women that I would look at and I'm used to actually dating in real life. So something had to change. And I got to about 40, and at the time I was living in London there. And I had this friend, he was 69 years old, and he was actually getting success on Ashley Madison, on this dating app. We were out in a pub one night in South Kensington. I remember the evening well. And he just started talking about these girls that he's dating, this 69-year-old man. Now, when you think of a 69-year-old man doing well with women, you're probably thinking someone that looks like a slightly older George Clooney there. I mean, Brad Pitt himself is 60 now, but this guy was no Brad Pitt or George Clooney lookalike. In fact, he looked like a cross between Jabba the Hutt and Rodney Dangerfield. Big bulging eyes, looked a bit like Toad of Toad Hall. And I'm not joking, he was actually getting success on Ashley Madison. So there's me all, moosey-faced, not getting any results really on these dating apps. I was still doing day game and so forth. So I was very annoyed about this, chatted to him. I thought, this sounds legit, I'll give it a go. So I started using Ashley Madison, like I say, about 7 years ago in London, and it is a well-kept secret. And the reason is, one of the main reasons it worked so well for Rodney Dangerfield there, and for me at the time, was because of the lack of competition. You see, you go on Tinder, you go on Plenty of Fish, you go on OkCupid, and back in the day, they marketed or touted themselves as a free dating app. Now, wherever you have free and women in one sentence, you're going to get a bunch of drongos, a bunch of dorks turning up, signing up to the dating app, and which is what happens, and you end up with 4 to 6 guys for every girl, which is exactly what it is on Tinder, on OkCupid, Plenty of Fish. You don't have to take my word for it. This is well documented in statistics. Go on statista.com. You will see that these dating apps have a horrendous female to male ratio. So Ashley Madison, it's about 60% women, 40% guys. I actually looked this up later on. I was wondering why I was getting much more success on there. Now, one of the main reasons why this is because this is not marketed as a free app. It's not cheap. You have to pay for this, but it keeps out all the drongos, keeps out all the idiots, keeps out all the guys that are just looking to hook up, this and that and the other, and the good-looking younger guys. So it keeps those guys out, the good-looking younger guys. So the 60% women, 40% guys on there, and the guys that are on there are guys that are prepared to spend money, and they're mostly dorks with no game. You see, they think they can just, as an older man there, throw money at these younger women. How much? You know, with their ridiculous profiles. There's no charm in there. There's no game in there. They don't know what they're doing. And they think that's going to be successful. So when you slide into the DMs of these attractive younger women there on Ashley Madison with some game, you know, you have to write a nice profile, put some decent pictures up and so forth. But when you do this as an attractive older man, which I like to think of myself as, and hopefully you do too, if you do that, you're going to stand a very good chance of success. Now, I'm not recommending Ashley Madison for guys that are under about 37 or so, but if you're from that age, 37, up to about 69, even if you look like Rodney Dangerfield, it still works. Now, it wasn't just the attitude of the kind of dating site itself, the monolith that represents the dating site. It was the women themselves. I was tried at OkCupid and Tinder, all the usual suspects. You know, I was not getting ghosted, but there was a bit of disrespect there, basically. There was one or two occasions where dirty old man came. I mean, I do not look like a dirty old man. That kind of thing, this contemptuous, dismissive attitude of the women on there. And to be frank, just low value women, low value, trashy attitude, trashy culture. Not for me. No, thank you very much. So the girls on Ashley Madison, a bit more respectful. And it's basically just accepted that it's kind of just a front for older guys to meet younger girls. Now, you do need to be, you know, attractive. You do need to have your shit together, to be frank. You know, you have to know how to treat a girl. You have to be able to take her out on dates. You have to enjoy taking her out on dates. And if you're the kind of guy that quibbles about who's paying the bill after a night out, this is not going to be for you. It's not for that kind of stingy, low-value guy that doesn't want to spend any money. That's the kind of guy that they're looking for on there. That's the kind of guy that gets success if you're prepared to take them out, show them a good time, and so on. Now, I'm a dating coach. I've talked to Ashley Madison and arranged a little deal for anyone that wants to try it. You can try it for free using my link in the description below this video, so you get a free trial. And if you do decide to upgrade, there is a 25% discount using that link. Now, what am I saying? I'm saying that during this time that I've been using it, you can probably get, if you spend about $100 a month or so, I was getting about 3 to 4 dates a month. And this is with, you know, hot, younger women. I'll take it, thank you very much. You know, compared to the tumbleweeds, the just death spiral, the absolute absence of any women at all on Plenty of Fish and OkCupid and Tinder. In fact, it just made you feel a bit ugly, you know. So it's a much better experience on Ashley Madison. That was my experience, 3 to 4 dates a month with attractive younger women. Like I say, I'll take that for $100 a month. So if you want to give it a go, it's my recommendation. Use the link in the description below. Free trial, 25% discount if you upgrade. And for guys over 37, it's probably the only place left on the internet that's not a scam and that you can actually meet attractive younger women. So I hope you enjoyed my little story there, and I'll see you guys in the next video.